Everyone is literally moving to Dubai. According to Time Out, around 100,000 people moved to Dubai in just 12 months. There are over 10,000 people that move to Dubai monthly. Although a lot has been said about the tourism sector of Dubai, not a lot has been said about the education sector. In this video, I will be sharing with you guys the honest, raw truth about the education sector in Dubai after studying here for 5 good years, and exactly if it is the best option for international students. Hey guys, welcome to my space. My name is Chioma. I am a 23-year-old living in Dubai. I have been in this country for 5 years now, and I am here to tell you guys the honest truth about the education sector in Dubai. If you guys like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you guys on my journey as I grow to becoming the Proverbs 31 woman. Let's get to the video. First off, let's talk about the pros of being an international student in the UAE. One of the main benefits of studying in Dubai and the UAE in general compared to other countries is that it is very easy for you to get a visa. You can simply come to an international university here in the UAE, attend the university for 1 year, and then through the university's transfer program, you can get to the country of your desired choice. That is what a lot of students do. For example, my university, Heriot University, has other affiliations and other programs in countries like Malaysia and Edinburgh. So a lot of my friends that have actually moved to Heriot have been able to expand their horizons and go to other countries just from coming here. In comparison, if for example you wanted to apply for like these visas directly from like a country like Nigeria, it will be so difficult. What you can do and what a lot of people are doing is that they come to Dubai first, enter into an international student, and then go to the country of their destination. Second pro of coming to study in Dubai or the UAE in general as an international student are the opportunities that are available for you to actually stay back and work after you are done with school. So I was speaking to some of my friends back in the UK, and they were telling me that as soon as you're done with school, the government doesn't really give you like any visas for you to be able to stay back and look for work. It is either you have work or you're going back home, and that is not the case in Dubai or the UAE in general. So there are lots of visas that you can actually apply for after you're done with school. There's a freelance visa, there's a job seeking visa. There are so many visas that they have around to be able to support international students to actually stay back and make something here for themselves. And then if they are not able to find anything by the time the visa is off, they can actually fly back. Now, the visas that I talked about, such as job seeking visa, they have different types of visas. So they have the job seeking visa for 30 days, for 60 days, and for 90 days. And these visas are super cost effective. You can get them for as little as 8,500, and they can range from 8,500 to around 2.5. That is like the highest I know that anyone has paid for a job seeking visa. And then there's also the freelance visa that is really affordable. The visa is not even up to like 5K. So you can see that in Dubai and the UAE in general, you have like a lot of options to stay back if you want to and look for a job, which you really don't have in other countries. And the best part is that you do not need any employer to be able to sponsor these visas for yourself. So there's also the route of you being under an employment visa for a company, but if you are not able to find that employer that is willing to sponsor you, you can simply sponsor yourself. Now, one of the best pros of coming to Dubai to study as an international student is the level of safety you receive despite the color of your race. I'm sure you guys have heard about the safety in Dubai, but I'm telling you, it is to a different level in terms of like things like concerts, gatherings, social gatherings. Like if you want to go out with your friend, you can go out with your friend at any time of the hour and get back to your house safe. I have a lot of friends in the US and even the UK, and they complain about how they cannot leave their houses after 10 p.m. And that is crazy, because when it comes to Dubai and the UAE in general, they make every single thing safe, literally every single thing safe. And there's so many gatherings that happen here on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, and you will never hear where someone was kidnapped, where they were stabbed, where they were robbed, where any of these bad things happen. And that's just one of the pros that I love about Dubai. The level of safety that you receive here, when you go to a different country, your expectations are so high of the world, and they are so high about how a place should be in general. Now, if you're planning to visit Dubai as either a student or a tourist and you have no idea where to start, you're confused by all the really nice places to go, what activities to try, I created a completely free guide that outlines exactly the kind of activities that you should be doing in Dubai during the summer and also during the winter season. I also went a step further to actually show you guys the really cool and affordable hotels that are here in Dubai, and especially hotels that are very close to the metro station, so that you can have that access to go to any place that you want. If you guys are interested in getting this PDF for completely free, then make sure to check out the link in my description. Now that we've talked about the education sector pros and the pros of Dubai and the UAE in general, let's get a bit picky by actually digging deep into the education sector and discussing about the cons of it. Now, the first con about studying in Dubai as an international student is the variation of degrees that are here. In my opinion, and in the opinion of so many students, the Dubai market and the UAE market in general does not favor certain type of degree or programs for you to study here. It is better that you do courses like, take for example, psychology, chemical engineering, robotics. It's best that you do this type of courses in a different country and not necessarily Dubai. Especially when it comes to medical courses, a lot of medical students here in Dubai, they actually suffer from a high level of unemployment when they are done, and they often end up going back home, mainly because they don't find companies that are willing to take them in as they are just fresh starters. Some companies here in Dubai actually prefer you to have many years of work experience in a different country, and then they would import you into Dubai as fresh talents rather than you actually building a career here. So for anybody that's studying any medical courses, I really advise you guys to look deep into the market and ensure that the course you're studying, there is demand for them in this market. If not, you will end up studying courses that are not relevant to what the market needs. Let me know if you guys want me to go into detail of courses that you should avoid if your plan is to come and study in Dubai. I would love to create a video like that where I go into details on exactly what kind of courses to not study. When there is a problem in the market, that doesn't mean that everybody suffers from that problem. So the same way that there are some courses that you should not study in Dubai, there are some courses that you should definitely study in Dubai because there is demand for those courses in this market. And your salary here can range really high when you study these type of courses. So courses like accounting, finance, business analytics, data analytics, tech, IT, computer science, civil engineering. These people are never broke. Literally, the job wait time that I have seen for civil engineers in Dubai is usually less than 5 months before you actually get a job in that field. However, this can definitely vary according to students, depending on the school that they study, the grade they got, things like that. But more often than not, when it comes to programs like civil engineering, data analytics, finance, accounting, they usually find it so much easier to find jobs compared to people that study from like traditional medical background and some fields of engineering. So I would really advise you guys that before you come here, actually check if the market is in demand of the course that you want to study. If they are in demand, then go ahead, come here and study. It's definitely a good foundation start for anyone. But before you decide to come here, really dig deep and do research and get into detail so that you can understand exactly what the market needs in this region before you actually decide to study these type of courses. Another con of the education sector in Dubai and the UAE in general for international students is that you don't have a lot of room to work while you learn. Now, a lot of international students that actually move to Dubai or the UAE, they are under the university sponsored visa. Now, when you're under a university sponsored visa, you have certain rules that you have to abide by based on exactly what the university rules are. So take for example, in my case, a rule that was set by my university is that you are not allowed to work here. So you can take on things like internships, work experience, volunteering opportunities, paid volunteering opportunities, but you are not allowed to work. And if you're someone that you're trying to move here to stack up money and work at the same time while you learn, that will not be possible in Dubai or the UAE in general. It is not possible. It is not doable, especially because you are under the rules of your university. And if there are cases where you're seen going against that rule that your university has set, you can fall into a lot of problems, especially with the UAE labor market here. So that is a major con that a lot of international students actually have here in Dubai and the UAE in general, compared to like students in other parts of the world, in like Europe or US, that are able to actually work and then earn money so that when they're done with school, they already have a good foundation. You're not really able to get a lot of that here. You're still able to get internships though, but your internships would not exceed the amount of 5,000 AED, and 5,000 AED is equivalent to, I believe, around $1,800 to $2,000. And to be honest, like if you're trying to come here to do things like pay for your rent, pay for your feeding, pay for your transportation. So if you do not have a stable source of income or a stable source of funding throughout your 4-year period here in Dubai, I do not advise it to anybody. I've seen a lot of people send me emails crying about how they need jobs to sponsor their feeding, to sponsor their transportation, but that is not really possible given that condition that is set by a lot of universities here. So my advice is that before coming to Dubai or the UAE in general, especially if you're coming through the university sponsored route, actually check exactly what the requirements for your university are. If they have certain limitations in terms of work that you can do, and don't bother yourself moving to Dubai. Just simply go to a different country, because when it comes to Dubai, bills here are expensive, and I'll be talking about this more in a different video. But just to give you guys an overall picture, lifestyle in Dubai per month can cost you more than $2,000, including rent, depending on where you stay. This is something that you really need to take into consideration before deciding to study here. Now, this brings me to another con of studying in Dubai: the high standard of living. Compared to other countries in the world, when it comes to students have a really high standard of living here in Dubai, which is crazy. Although there are other things available like the RTA, the metro, the tram, all of that, it's not the most efficient method of traveling in Dubai, especially they don't really keep to the timings all the time, so you can end up being late for things like your classes, your groups, your volunteering slots, things like that. So that's another thing to consider. If you want to move to Dubai, I would definitely advise you to have a car. It is definitely way more affordable than using a taxi. I've stayed here in Dubai for 5 years and wish I got a car 5 years ago. I have spent more than 50,000 AED in taxi transportation alone. I repeat, over 50,000 AED in taxi transportation alone, nothing else. So I really advise you that if you're going to come here to Dubai to study as an international student, definitely think of the methods of transportation that you're going to take. And last advice, make sure your accommodation is close to the metro or other public transport. If not, you're going to suffer a lot as a student. Even the fact that there's a very limited method of transportation here. Even before, a lot of students used to use things like scooters or bicycles to transport themselves from their accommodation to their university. Right now, scooters are banned completely in the metro, but you can still use them during like a normal day-to-day movement. But I would just really advise you guys, when you're coming here, to really think through about how you're going to transport yourself to Dubai, because it is really expensive. In terms of the education that you receive in Dubai, I personally feel like it is not the best when compared to other educations that you can receive in different countries. Lots of international schools that have moved here are fairly new. You won't find an international university here in Dubai that is over 50 years old. They are really fairly new. So they don't really have that quality that comes with experience over time. But if you're really trying to gain very, very great experience about your field, your course, your passion, I really advise you to study in a different country that has a great education system that has been established over the amount of years. Now, I'm not saying that the education system is bad in Dubai or the UAE in general. I'm just saying that when it comes to certain courses, the education system here is not the best to study it, especially if you're trying to get into the engineering field. Really look out for universities that have established a long-term base in the country before studying there. A lot of students that came into my university studying specific engineering degrees all confessed that they felt like it was a complete waste of time. Not because of the university was bad, but the university did not have experience in teaching that course specifically. So if you really want to come here to study and your course is something that requires like deep, intense understanding of the concepts for you to be able to take it forward, I don't think Dubai is the best market to do that. Now, the last con of studying in Dubai as an international student is the difficulty in sustaining friendship. Now, when you move to a country like Dubai or the UAE in general, you realize that you're surrounded by a lot of cultures here. You have people from India, people from Pakistan, people from Egypt, people from Jordan, people from Tanzania. You have people from different cultures. And what that means is that with different cultures, you have to kind of adapt your personality to suit the different types of cultures that are here. And a lot of times, a lot of universities that you would go to would realize that the people there have already formed a clique based on when they were studying in the high schools here in Dubai. So it's kind of difficult for you to actually maneuver and find your own clique, especially because these cultures, they tend to merge together. So that was something that I found quite difficult to do here in Dubai. It was only recently, and this is me speaking after 5 years of being here, it was only recently that I was able to really establish and sustain friendships with people from different cultures. And that was so difficult for me because I needed to keep on changing my personality according to incorporate by this culture. So it's not something that is very easy to do. There are so many people that complain to me about how they feel depressed, they feel lonely, they feel sad, they feel like they are very incapable of making friends. And it's just because of the culture change that you always have to keep on changing when it comes to different types of people. So if you're someone that finds it really difficult to make friends in general, and you find it really difficult to be able to change your personality according to different types of people, I will not advise you to come here to Dubai, because Dubai is one of those markets that you just have to keep on doing that, to be very honest. And at the same time, it is kind of, I would not say that it is impossible, but it is difficult for you to actually build quality friendships here, especially as most of the people that you're meeting here have already formed friendships based on when they're in high school. So it would be kind of hard for you to penetrate into that friendship group. But it is still definitely doable, trust me. I've met so many great people here in Dubai, but that's something that I would love for you guys to think about before really considering moving here. I know that a lot of times what a lot of students look forward in terms of university is the social life. Now, if you're expecting that your social life is going to be like grownish in your first year, I'm here to tell you that it does not happen in this region. Studying in Dubai and the UAE in general has both its good and its bad sides as well. There are so many opportunities here for young students, for people of color, from people from different organizations to really grow and expand themselves. I feel like it's just one of those markets that before you get into, you really need to sit down and understand your strategy of being here. You need to really, really plan if you want to make Dubai your place. It takes a lot of planning, it takes a lot of clear strategy, it takes a lot of determination for you to succeed here. But if you can succeed here, you will build such a great and strong foundation for your future, especially as it can serve as one of the best transit countries for you. So you could decide to stay in Dubai for like maybe 4 or 5 years, establish your base, and then spread out to any country that you want. When you're in Dubai, the world is literally your oyster. Let me know in the comment section if you guys found this video useful, or if there's anything I said here that you guys want me to go into more detail about in a different video. Show me some love, guys, please. If you want to see more of my Dubai content specifically, like places to eat, where to go, what activity to try, then you should definitely be following my TikTok. I go into details about my experiences here in Dubai. Visit a lot of cafes, a lot of restaurants, a lot of activities. That is where I live the Dubai life specifically. But yeah, guys, I'm hoping to see you guys on the next video, and until the next one, bye guys. Bye.